Hi everybody, it's Lori the Frugal Mom here. Welcome back to my channel and my kitchen. If you are a fan of food pantry blessings, frugal cooking, living with grace with chronic illnesses, all things being mom, all things dealing with midlife for us ladies, frugal homemaking, living an abundant life on a low income, and just basically keeping it real and dealing with everyday life, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit like and comment. I'd be happy to have you as part of our community. So today I'm going to be making white chicken chili. It's delicious. I'm going to be using my Instapot, and this is part of a collaboration with Candance Brewer. Beans Every Day, or Everyday Beans, whichever you want to call it. And this is easy, it comes together quick, it cooks pretty quickly in the Instant Pot. You can also make it in the crock pot, and I will link the recipe down below so you can try it out either way. So that way, of course, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can use your crock pot so you don't feel like you need an extra piece of equipment. This is a very hearty meal packed with nutrients, and I'm going to let you know what we got in it. So I'm going to use 2 cans of rinsed and drained cannellini beans. You can also use white northern beans. And 1 can of drained corn. Half a cup of chicken broth. I like to keep these smaller cans in, the 15 ounces, in case I don't have any homemade. You know, it comes in handy for recipes like this. And you're going to use a can of drained tomatoes and 1 small can of diced green, what are these? Diced green chilies. I'm use 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. And let me think what else. Oh yes, chili powder, and I'll give you the exact measurements in the overlay, of course. And cumin, and just a pinch of cayenne. And of course salt and pepper to taste. And then we're going to use a pound of chicken breast. I happen to have this thin chicken breast in the freezer that needs to get used, so we're going to use this. It's going to end up being shredded anyway, so it doesn't matter if it's thin or not. You could also use dark chicken if you wanted to, like a thigh. That would be fine too if that's what you've got on hand. You know how it goes, guys. Whatever you've got on hand is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna get everything going in that crock pot, and I will show you. Crock pot, silly me, I'm using my Instapot. This is my 6-quart Duo. That's the model of it, and I've had it for about 6 years. Got a little dent on it from when we moved, but it still works perfectly fine. And you need at least a 6-quart for this recipe. Also, a 5 or 6-quart crock pot will do as well. And like I said, there's nothing like convenience cooking with your Instapot. Everything comes out flavorful and moist. You can't beat it. First thing you're going to want to do is put your chicken on the bottom of your Instapot liner. The reason why you want to do this is because we want to make sure that the chicken cooks all the way through, because it's going to cook for a very short amount of time. You don't have to worry about trimming the fat off, because you're going to take the chicken out at the end and shred it and add it back in. So that little bit of fat will actually add some flavor. So here is everything in the Instapot except for the cream cheese. I have to mix all of this up, and then I have to cut in the cream cheese over the top of it. I forgot to mention we used also 1 large chopped onion, and it wouldn't be me if there wasn't some garlic in there. So I used a teaspoon of garlic, and I also forgot to mention 1 packet of dry ranch mix. So that's everything in there, and you can see on top of the ranch mix that tiny little bit of cayenne. That's really all I feel you need, especially if you have acid reflux. Just gonna warn you, because you've got your green chilies in there too. So I'm gonna mix this all up, and then I'm going to put the cream cheese over. Make sure that your cream cheese is softened a little bit, because if it's not and it's too solid, it's not gonna melt into the rest of the ingredients and end up being nice and creamy. So I left the chicken on the bottom and I just stirred together everything on top. You want to make sure that your chicken's left on the bottom to make sure that it cooks nice and evenly. Okay, so now we've got the top on our Instapot on and we've got it locked to sealing. We're going to put it on pressure cook on high. So we want to make sure that it's on more right there. And we're going to lower it down to 25 minutes. And that's it, guys. You just let it heat up, come to pressure, let it do its thing, and then we're going to allow it to have a 10-minute natural release. So our 25 minutes is up and we did our 10-minute natural release, and I vented the Instapot and I took out the chicken, I shredded it, and I whisked all the rest of the ingredients because some of the cream cheese was still a little bit clumpy. I tasted, I adjusted the seasonings a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit more salt in it, and then I'm going to mix this up all together, and then we're ready to serve. That's what it looks like all combined. So Gigi's here tonight for dinner since it's my birthday, and she's going to be the taste tester.
Okay. Let's see. I got some cheese.
Woohoo! It's a little hot, just came out of the pot.
Very yummy.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I would say, considering all the chilies I've had by you over the years, this is a solid 8.5 chili.
Oh, that's a pretty good rating.
I do, however, love original chili the most.
Yes.
So that would do it.
We'll have to make that and have you come and taste test that one too. So thank you for joining us. I hope that you have enjoyed this recipe. Please go over and check out what Candy is cooking up in her kitchen for our collaboration, Beans Every Day. And what do we want everybody to do, G?
Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're sending love from
New Jersey.
Bye, everybody.